Facebook to get to you guys. What's up? What's up? This is Spirit Shots with Dan. I am Dan, obviously. And this is your weekly happy hour because I know bars may close and it's hard to really feel in touch and connected with people. And it's also a time for us not only just to connect with others and to really feel each other, but help each other. Because there are a lot of questions out there right now. And there are a lot of uncertainties and a lot of people looking for guidance, a lot of questions that you might have. And this is our fun way of making sure that your questions get answered and also make sure that you get the support that you need in a fun way that really feels awesome. I mean, why does personal development have to be so serious all the time, right? And just because there's some crazy shit going on outside, right, in the world doesn't mean that we need to feel crazy. And just because something that's serious is going on there, it does not mean that we need to be so serious. And just because there are a lot of people freaking the fuck out outside does not mean that we need to be afraid, right? And so this is our weekly celebration of each other, of our spirituality, of our energy, of our spirit, of our determination to rise above and to use this as an opportunity to grow, right? And we're going to go over all of that in this very special episode of Spirit Shots with Dan. This is going to be turning things up in this session. Thank you, Nadine. Yes, this is my party shirt, one of my party shirts. And I figured, fuck it. I don't need to look like a mindset mentor today. We're drinking, right? And I'm going to pour myself my first drink as I let you know what's in store for you in this very special episode. Now, also, if you see me looking side to side, it's because I do have two devices. One is for Instagram, one is for Facebook. So it's not that I'm just, getting distracted every couple of seconds. I'm just bopping around and making sure that everybody gets some loving. So if you've got a drink, and please have a drink for happy hour. Who goes to happy hour without a beverage, right? So it doesn't have to be alcoholic. Kombucha, by the way, has alcohol. It counts totally. I'm drinking vodka. That is my shot of choice. I poured myself a large one. Great. That'll be fun. So if you have a drink, if you have something to cheers to, and you fucking do have a lot to cheers to, right? We all have a lot to cheers to. What is up, Calvin? What up, brother? And what's up to all my friends on Instagram as well? Looks like we got Chris, Janine. What's up, Jess? Thank you for supporting. So guys, cheers. This one is to our opportunity. Because by the end of this Spirit Shots, you will know that you have a beautiful opportunity in front of you. You will know how to capitalize on it. And you will see this as a completely different kind of experience. So, cheers to the opportunity. Oh, woo! Love it. Oh, so today, I'm going to give you the science of spirituality. This is going to be a very practical kind of happy hour. It's like a free session with me over drinks. So what that means is, I want you to be engaged. Studies show us that just watching something, you'll integrate and implement maybe 11% of everything you hear. 11 is nothing. Nothing. Think about if you were in a class and you really wanted to learn and you only retained 11% of that information. Would you do okay? Would you really feel prepared? Like you actually know the information and know what you're doing? Or would you wake up one day thinking, I don't know a fucking thing, right? So, what I'd like you to do is participate. Studies show that the more you participate in anything, the more you remember, the more you implement, and the more you actually use. And I'm sorry if you hear any of the background noise. There is a guy outside, I think he's blowing leaves, and he kind of sounds like he's in my apartment right now, joining us. So I'll pour him a shot too. So hopefully you guys get the good sound. Can everybody hear me? Instagram, Facebook, if you guys can hear me well, could you please just let me know? Give me like a thumbs up or give me whatever feels fun to you. Just give me your favorite emoji just so I know that you guys really are still listening and can hear me. Also in Replayville, guys, if the audio is good, please let me know. And what I'd like for you guys to do as I'm launching you into this stuff is please introduce yourselves to everybody else on Instagram, Facebook. I'd like you guys to get to know each other as well. It's a fucking happy hour. Let's get to know each other. Let's party with our friends here, right? So let's just quick as, just drop. How about this? Everybody who's listening to this in Replayville or live, what I'd like you to do is drop what business you're in and one thing that you are grateful for during Corona season, okay? What your business is, what you do, how you serve people, how you help people, and one thing you are grateful for because of Corona season as I launch into this beginning for you. Because today, I'm not going to just give you practical stuff, but one of you, I'm changing this up a little bit, one of you will get an experience. I'm upgrading it every single time. At the beginning of the day, I was like, hey, I'll just do a regular spirit shots like we've been doing. Then I'm like, a process. A process feels really good. Let's do a process. And then the thing that popped up right after, and excuse me as I do this real quick, there we go. The next thing that popped up in my mind is we can do some processes, but I'll teach you a lot of them. What I think is even better is one of you will have an opportunity to do a process with me, right? One of you guys will have an opportunity to do a process with me, but, what we're going to do with that is we'll do kind of a collaborative process. You'll see how this goes a little bit later. So, the science and spirituality of thriving through hard times. What we must understand first are what are our enemies, okay? What are we fighting against? And I'm gonna go through all of your enemies, the biggest ones here, because this is what you might be thinking. You might be thinking that my enemy is lack of money and a recession and a virus and being in quarantine, lack of toilet paper for some unknown reason. Can someone please explain to me why the fuck everybody just took toilet paper to be the world's resource that we need more than anything right now? Right? So we might think we have these problems. The thing is, these are not your problems. These are the symptoms of the problems, okay? And if you try to solve a symptom, the problem will still be there. I want to say this again. Some of you are trying to solve symptoms and you're getting frustrated that your situation is not improving. It's because you are not dealing with the actual issue, right? So the actual issues here, right, are crisis of faith, right? So when you start looking at this situation or what's happening to you as a punishment or as being abandoned, okay? Now this happens to a lot of spiritual people where we feel like we're doing so well. We're doing, yes, Calvin saying, the symptom is not the source. Absolutely right? It's such an issue. This is what a lot of people are doing out there. A lot of people right now are going out and thinking that it is like a headache, right? They say, I have a headache. And so they go out there and they get painkillers. The problem is that the headache goes away for just a little bit, but then it comes back because the real issue is something like dehydration. Yeah? So you need to go drink water, not take an Advil. Yeah? And so here we're going to give you some of the real solutions, right? The real issues. And by the way, Jen, no religion during happy hour. You're absolutely right. You will never get religion from me. Only spirituality. Right? Only spirituality, no religion. And faith and spirituality have a lot to do with each other, right? because you can have faith in yourself, faith in the universe, faith in your God or gods or whatever. And I'm totally okay in having faith in humanity or faith in yourself. I believe that is the same thing, right? I'm not one of these people who say, you must believe in a power that is greater than you. I do believe in your power. And if you believe that you co-create with the universe, I do believe in the power of that. So one of the things here that we see is that people are taking whatever's going on with them as a punishment, right? Or as them fucking up or losing connection. Another one of the big enemies here, uncertainty. I know some of you out there are doing this, okay? I know you are. I can feel you doing it. I know it. This is what happens. Uncertainty is interpreted in the brain as danger, right? When you don't know what's coming. So you want to think about it a lot so that you can prepare for it. You can be ready for it. Maybe you can stop it from happening. Maybe you can just know what's going on, right? Gain a sense of certainty. The problem is that right now, you're probably asking yourself many questions that simply do not have answers. You might be asking yourself, what am I going to do when the recession hits? Will it be a depression? Am I going to lose all of my money? What am I going to do with my business? Am I going to get the virus? Is someone that I know going to get the virus? Well, guess what? You can't answer any of these questions. Not one. And I'm convinced that nobody on the fucking planet can right now. We do not know. This is a situation that has literally never happened. In fact, nothing like this has ever happened, and the people who are drawing similarities between this and the 1918 outbreak of the Spanish flu, no, incorrect. The world was entirely different, much smaller. The flu it's not the flu, it's a different disease, it's a different time, the technology is different, so let's just say it's totally different. So what happens is, in order to help yourself with the uncertainty, you go and you ask yourself questions, but they can't be answered. So in order to find certainty, you end up with more uncertainty. And that freaks your brain out even more, which makes you want to think about it even more, which gives you even more uncertainty. Can you see how you can spin yourself out? So that is another one that we must be very careful of. Excuse me as I wash my hands. It's okay. So that's one of the things that really tweaks us out. The next one is a lack of safety. Okay, so fear, stress, insecurity. What is up, everybody who just joined? Janelle, Caitlin, what is up, Eli? What is up, Tiff? What up, Ian? Hello. Thank you for spending your time with me. So another one of our enemies, and quite possibly the biggest enemy that we have to thriving during hard times, is fear. Y'all know the quote, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. But many people do not understand the quote, okay? What the quote means is this: when we feel fear, we become stupid and rash, and we become mean and cruel. These are not exaggerations. When you're feeling chronic stress, your IQ can drop up to 10 points. We've seen this. This is well studied, well documented. The difference of an IQ of 10 points is the difference between an average 30-year-old and an average 14-year-old. So think about that. When you allow, and it is allowing, when you allow stress and fear in, you are making yourself stupid. Would you give your 14-year-old or a 14-year-old your future to figure out? Would you go up to a teenager, a fucking freshman in high school? Would you go up to a freshman in high school? Would you go up to you in high school and say, hey, this recession is going to happen. Here, save me. How would you have responded when you were 14? Would you have said, oh, I know exactly what the answers are. I know exactly what the solutions are. Or would you freak out? So we must start looking at fear as the enemy, at stress and anxiety as the enemies. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, overloaded, it's because of the combination of uncertainty and fear, or uncertainty and stress, or uncertainty and anxiety, right? Because then you spin yourself out, you decrease your ability to problem solve, increase the uncertainty, and that gets you overwhelmed, right? Because it feels like hitting the gas and the brakes at the same time on your car. It just doesn't work. So, you know what we do about these two things? One, we stop the uncertainty. We focus our thoughts on what we can focus on, what we can take action on, what we can do. Can you reach out to friends? What are you certain in? Your connection with your family? Your love for your friends? Your love for your pets? How skilled you are in your job? Are you certain that you know that you can help people? Are you certain that you have a gift that you can share right now? Are you certain that you know, right? Are you certain that you can clean your apartment? Are you certain that you can dress well? Are you certain? There are so many things under your control that will make you feel good, that will bring you joy, that will bring you creativity and love and all these beautiful things. Can you focus on them, right? Can you focus on happy hour? Can you focus on having fun? Can you focus on what feels good, even if it's a cat video? Can you focus on playing with your quarantine partner? Can you focus on having really great sex, giving massages, receiving massages? You know what I mean? There's all sorts of things that we can focus on instead of the questions we cannot answer. So, I want to have fun with you guys. Let's have another drink. Here as a cheers. Cheers to you having fun and finding joy, because joy is the light in the darkness, and we are all looking for even more light right now. Here's to you finding it in the simplest ways, finding the simplest joys, an array of sunshine, or petting a cat, or a silly video, or one of those TikToks that everybody keeps fucking sending me. I love you guys. If you're doing that, please do it. I do enjoy it, but I will make fun of you. Hey, teasing people is one of my love languages. So cheers, guys. So let's keep on going with the science and spirituality of thriving during hard times. By the way, does anybody have a question here? Oh, thank you. Thank you, dear friend. Janine just complimented my hair, and I'm so very grateful for that. By the way, this is one of the things that we can do, and you'll see me do this, by the way, is that when I receive a compliment, or when I receive something good, or when I see anything good in my place, and by the way, I've taught Jess to do this, and we do this all the time, and I'm sure if you were around us, we might piss you off a little bit, because we will look for things that we like, or look for things that make us feel good, and focus on them. And even if it's silly, it's just calling it out loud. Hey, I love this. Man, this tastes so good. Can you feel the pepper in that? This is salted perfectly. Look at that fat cat on my couch. I wish I could turn this without messing my whole setup here. You know, and just really loving. He's so soft, you know? Or like, oh my God, did you hear the sound? Really just calling out what we like, calling out what feels good, calling out what makes us feel grateful even a little bit. And then expanding it in our minds. Sharing it with other people expands it in your heart. Talking about it, really feeling how good the things are. Like when you if you're quarantined with a cat or a dog, like I have the blessings to be, when you pet them, really pet them, like really enjoy it. Because being present in the moment, mindfulness on things that feel good, even small things that feel good, make them feel even better. And that's what we must do all day long, is support ourselves with things that feel great, because it is impossible to really play, for example, really get lost in play and be afraid at the same time. It's impossible. Do you know that? At the same time, you cannot be lost in joy and feel fear. Your brain literally can't do it. It just doesn't work. Neuropsychologically, it cannot happen. So, if you want to inoculate yourself against the fears and stresses and overwhelm that we just talked about, go play. Go play. I don't care whether it's a coloring book, or playing catch indoors with your dog, or sending memes back and forth with your friends, or like me when you have time, which is just really just talking shit. just like teasing people and messing with them and having a fun time playing. Whatever play is for you, please, 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 please make some time in every day to do it. Yes, every single day. And you might be thinking, Dan, I've got work, I've got this, I've got that, I've got all these things to do. I don't have time for play. Feel the energy. Feel. Why did I resist? Listen to the energy. Listen to the energy when you say those things. Does your energy feel like joyful, powerful, I command my universe, I am the hero of my own story energy? Or is it more like obligation and fear, and if I don't do this, things will break, and if I don't do that, things will fuck up, and if I don't do this, you know? What's up, Kristen? And what's up, Ken? What's up, guys? What's up, Suvar? Hello, hello. So, right, so the whole idea is feeling where we feel heavier and then redirecting to where we feel even lighter. And knowing that from now until maybe you die, maybe after that, play is a part of your job. I don't care what you do. Play is a part of your job from now on. I'm giving you the responsibility to play every single day. Why? Because it makes you feel even better. And the thing here is, remember what fear does. It makes you stupid, right? Fear makes you dumb. Play will make you smart again. It'll reverse it. It'll bring your IQ back to you. Literally. And this is all fMRI study stuff. I'm not speaking anything that has not been extensively researched. So, right? So consider it part of your job to give yourself all of the internal resources that you need in order to be wildly effective at what you do. And what if you're sitting there saying, Dan, I don't know what to do right now? You know why you don't know what to do? Is because you have not yet given yourself the space, the environment, and the flow to get creative. Or you're lacking self-trust and confidence. This is the next enemy. Self-trust and confidence. In time of great upheaval, we find that people look to a leader. They say, oh, something big and scary is coming up. I clearly don't know what's happening. And because of that uncertainty, I feel powerless. And because of the powerlessness, I don't trust myself. Right? And my confidence goes down. Overwhelm goes up. Fear goes up. And we all look saying, save me. Someone do something. Come in and save me. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to be. Tell me how to act. And it's just not that way. You are a leader. You are a leader. Okay? You have beautiful ideas in you. You have beautiful creativity in you. You've got power beyond your imagination. You have an idea sitting in you right now that'll make you $1 million. Did you know that? You do. And if you say, no, I don't, Dan, you need to listen even harder because I'm speaking to you right now. If you don't think that you have what it takes to make yourself $1 million, listen the fuck up. You are a beautiful creator. You are an amazing creature of creation and light and magic. You are, and you must consider your self-doubt an enemy. Self-doubt, we think we are the problem. No, your self-doubt is the problem. Just like when we say, I'm afraid of this thing. Is this thing the problem? No, it's your fear. Because your fear and self-doubt impair you from dealing with the problem. The problem could be easily solved if you just learned, if you just remembered how amazing you are, how powerful you are, and gave yourself the space to be creative, to sit down and play and bring yourself up into a beautiful, positive, joyful kind of mindset. That's why another reason that play is so important. I think it's called The Science of Play, a beautiful book written by a neuroscientist, talking about what play does in the mind, right? And play it elevates not only your intelligence, but your memory, your creativity, your ability to think strategically, your self-awareness, your awareness of others, your attention to detail. It makes you smarter. It upgrades your brain. You want to handle a problem? Most people go about it the wrong way. This is how most people do it. They'll look at a problem and they get stressed out by it. Then they focus on the stress and what can go wrong. And then they feel now they have to solve the problem, but they're too afraid. And because they're too afraid and because they're too uncertain, the fear goes even higher. When the fear goes even higher, their confidence goes down, their self-doubt goes up, their self-sabotage goes up, and then they think that they don't know how to solve the problem. Then they blame the problem on it. No, we will not do that anymore. You are too powerful for that, and you're too smart to follow what everybody else does. If you want to be an average person and get average results and have an average life, get the fuck out. Like, I don't want to talk to you. And if that was a little too tough love for you, sorry, that's who I am. I love you and I respect you. If you don't respect yourself, get up. So you are so strong. You don't need to indulge in that fear complex. Instead, inoculate yourself against the fear. Manage your thoughts. Bring them back from stress into what you can control, from fear into what you know, from uncertainty to what you're certain in. Play and enjoy and break the cycle of fear. Return your intelligence to you. Return your internal resources to you. Then give yourself a big fat 3-hour square of time. Schedule it. Go turn on some music. Bright colors everywhere. Fun foods or whatever. Fun activities. Dance, play. Get out of your body. Go outside. Bring a notebook with you. And then just generate ideas for 3 hours. And keep on doing that every week. And you'll be amazed at what will come. And it might not come immediately. In a 3-hour slot, especially the first one, the first hour and a half might be a complete waste of time as you're just playing and getting yourself feeling really good. And then maybe after that, 45 minutes will just be you generating shitty ideas. And then the last bit, gold. That last bit's worth all day long. It's worth all week long. Might be worth all month long. That might be your $1 million idea. See what I'm saying? You have so many more resources inside of you, so many more answers, so much more power in you than you know. You just need to activate it. Now, with confidence, the whole idea is that confidence is a network of beliefs. The more positive those beliefs are, the more confidence you're going to feel. The more negative those beliefs are, the more insecure you're going to feel. So it's really important that you find your beliefs and clear them. Now, I'm going to share with you 2 different processes. Okay? I promised here I will be teaching processes and doing some processes live. So I'll be teaching you a process right now. And then let me see, before we jump in here, let me see some of the comments here. Where is Jess? She's my $1 million idea. Hey, I met Jess when I was in a very joyful state. Look, law of attraction, right? You want to think about it, law of attraction? Let's get spiritual for a second. When you go into a bar or to a room of people, and let's say you have someone who is, whatever your sexuality is, a potential partner. Let's say you have a few in the room. And some of them look very somber and serious. Some of them look afraid. Some of them are just kind of, Some of them are sad. And then some of them are joyful. And some of them are laughing. And some of them are bright and colorful, going around the room, helping each other, serving each other, bringing people drinks for no reason. Who do you think you'd be most attracted to? Who do you think you would be most likely to go and start up a conversation with? Why do you think your good ideas would have any difference? Why do you think the law of attraction would act any differently? Why do you think more money would act any differently? Right? If you want beautiful things to come to you, make it attractive for them to come to you. Yeah? So we must be even more confident, even more fun, even more positive, and focus on service. Actually, before we get into a process here, I want to just share this one other thing for you. That there are certain energies that boost your ability to manifest and feel confident and inoculate yourself out of fear and deal with overwhelm and. One of them, service. See, it's very challenging to manifest from a place of scarcity. I saw Kristen just joined. What up, Kristen? This is going to sound very familiar to you. We just talked about this earlier. By the way, y'all, every once in a while, I'm just going to be calling people out. And Kristen, who's on Instagram right now, is just an incredible manifestation coach and spiritual teacher. On Facebook right now, Calvin is watching. Hopefully you're still with us. And he is an incredible spiritual coach. He was on Spirit Shots last week. So if you guys are looking for a spiritual coach, I'm not just here to blow my shit up. Go talk to these guys. They are fucking phenomenal souls, incredible people. They are brilliant and effective, and their clients love them for very good reasons. So if you are open to the idea of not just trying to do it yourself, but getting some support so you make sure you do things well, quickly, and correctly, these two are beautiful options. And of course me, I guess I can plug myself too, but I want to plug them, really important. So, service, guys, like these two do. Service will get you out of your head, will get you out of scarcity, will get you out of depression, will get you out of heaviness. When your whole focus is on making someone else feel good just to make them feel good, just to help them in any way possible, it does not matter what it is. Your service could be making people laugh. Your service could be making people feel comfortable. Your service could be SOS calls. Your service could be just speaking with people. Your service could be anything. Yes, Janine, teamwork does make the dream work. It's absolutely true. So when you are in service, you are creating teamwork between you and the universe. See, manifestation is co-creation. You're not making things happen. You are not controlling the universe. My way of thinking about manifestation is almost like if you're hanging out with a friend and you just make a recommendation. You're like, hey, you know what I'd really like to do today? I'd love to go and see a movie. Right? Or even better, let's do a money manifestation. It would be like, you know what I'd really like to do today is receive $50. Then the universe can go either one way. You can go, ooh, you know what? I was already thinking about giving you some money. That sounds right in line with what I was prepared to do. I didn't think about $50. I was just thinking about giving you some money. But $50 sounds wonderful. Here you go, $50, right in line. Right? The other side is, if I give you that $50 right now, you're going to spend it on cigarettes, and that's not good for you. So you're not going to get your $50 today. Maybe tomorrow, right? So you're not creating, you're not forcing, you're co-creating. It's like putting a suggestion out there into the universe so that the universe, if it's in line with what the universe wants for you for highest good, will provide it for you. And just like that, if you want your friend to listen to you more and maybe take your suggestions more seriously, it's best to be like your friend, to get your friend to like you, to feel like you're on the same page. Well, service is one of those things that it just clicks in right with the universe, right? Because it's not about me or amassing, funds or hoarding toilet paper or whatever. It's about the better good of all, right? It's not about me, it's about we. It's not about what can I have, it's what can we have. And like Zig Ziglar said, if you help everybody get what they want, you will have everything that you want, right? So that is a spiritual and very pragmatic kind of thing, yeah? So the more you can serve other people, the more you can serve them, the better you will feel. And the more joyful you will feel. And the more loving you will feel, and the more grateful you will feel, and until you send your vibe way up, and then you start producing, right? Thoughts, ideas, manifestations, collaborations. You start pulling people in. And that's how you make a hell of a lot of money during a depression, not just a recession. When you become a beacon of light. See, everybody is looking for light right now. The world is surrounded by darkness, as I say, as I'm in LA and it's light as hell outside, but you know what I mean. Everybody's looking for a little ray of light. When you can become that little ray of light and you can become a big ray of light for people, and you really help them, just to help them, they will flock to you and they will help you. Either with money, with clients, with referrals, with testimonials, with assistance of some kind, of support of some kind. They will be there for you. They will turn out for you. All right? Talk about a manifestation. It's a gorgeous thing. And with that, before we get into our process, it's time for another drink. So if you have a drink, please pour one. If you have any kind of beverage, please pour one for yourself and hold it up, because this is a toast and an invitation for each one of you to become a leader, to go serve at even higher levels. And if you don't know how you can serve, get creative, because you are good at things. You are skilled at things, and you have friends, don't you? You have friends for reasons. You're serving them unconsciously. It's true. Your friends are there because you are serving them already. Pay attention, and then serve others at even higher levels. Because the world needs you. The world needs your gifts, your light. So here's to your light. Now, yes. Absolutely, this time is a blessing. It is. One of the reasons is because it does make us all a little bit more grateful. It can make us all a little bit more grateful. Here is your process. It's a gratitude process. This is one of the processes. We might do a few. It's a gratitude process, because one of the superpowers that we have as humans is the power of gratitude. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with neuroscience, gratitude literally rewires your neural circuitry. It literally protects you from fear. It literally increases your immune system. It literally produces more dopamine, oxytocin, and dopamine, oxytocin, and what's the other phrase? Serotonin in your blood, which help you feel better, which help you think better, which help you operate better, which help you be better. Gratitude can undo trauma. Gratitude can undo some of the heaviest things that we feel. Talk about a superpower. That shit's magic. It's real magic. The problem is that most people do it wrong. Most people, most gurus, this drives me nuts when I see it, will say some silly shit like, hey, if you wake up every day and write 10 things down that you're grateful for, it'll change your life. No, it fucking won't. And I wish they would stop teaching that shit. So I've been doing workshops for like 10 years now, and I've been teaching gratitude for a hot second. And every single time I teach gratitude in a workshop, I love to ask this question. How many people have tried that process of waking up every day and writing 10 things you're grateful for? And I always ask, how many days in a row did you do it before you quit? Would you like to know the longest time someone has said it in my workshop that they've actually stuck to it? 3 fucking days. 3 days. 3 days. So that's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. And why? Because it didn't work. And it sucked. It was boring. It was a task. It didn't feel good. And who wants to do that, especially now? Who needs more just shit to do just for no reason? No, it doesn't work because it's missing an incredible component called emotion, right? Because it's emotion that does the magic, not just naming things. You wake up and you list 10 things you're grateful for. Eventually, it just becomes a list of things you see. I'm grateful for a lamp. Are you really grateful for a lamp? Or are you just saying it because you see it, right? Well, no. So I'm going to teach you how to do it right. This is called Gratitude Tetris. I do this every night with Jess, and I really love this. I love this. I've been teaching it forever, and the feedback that I get from the clients who do this regularly is gorgeous. So this is what you do. Every night, you're going to either by yourself, writing it down, or with a partner, and I really encourage you to do this with a partner. Share 3 things that you're grateful for. But with each one of these things, don't just say, I'm grateful that, like right now, I'm grateful that we have this time together. Done. I didn't feel anything from that. So what we're going to do is get to ask why. Why am I grateful that I have this opportunity? Why am I grateful that I can do this? Why am I grateful that I feel this, right? Why? And each time we ask why, we're looking for a heart-opening answer. Why am I grateful that we can spend this time together? Because, and I'm going to do this in a couple of rounds. This, by the way, can take 1 round or 10 rounds or whatever. So why am I grateful that I have this time with you? I'm grateful for this time with you because I get to serve. I get to do service. Why am I grateful that I get to participate in service? Well, I'm grateful because it turns me on. I love it. It connects me. It energizes me. It makes me feel like I'm living my purpose, and it makes me feel like I'm living my passion. And if I can help just one of you feel even better, if I can help just one of you have an even better idea or do something that improves your situation, that is everything to me. It's why I was born. Right now, I clicked right into it. But sometimes you might need to ask, right? A couple of times. Why am I grateful for that? Why am I grateful that I have this? Why am I grateful that I can do that? Why am I? And down the rabbit hole of why you go until you feel your heart open. Now, to me, I usually try to push until I can feel that, or you'll know you really did it right because you'll start crying, right? It'll hit you so hard, you'll realize how beautiful that thing is, that you'll actually start crying. And it usually happens with us. One of us will start crying every night. Now, it's called Gratitude Tetris because it's based off an experiment in which 27 people were told to play Tetris for 9 hours a day for 3 days. At the end of that, they kept on playing Tetris. Like, they would go home in this, and look at the traffic and think, well, if I moved a truck here, a car here, a bus here, we could all move up. Or they went home into their fridge and rearranged their fridge, right? They kept on playing Tetris. Some of them would dream about it. Well, here, when you share this with someone else and you do 3 things a night and you play by the rules, which means you cannot repeat. So if you say, like right now, I just used, I'm so grateful that I'm here with you. If we ever do gratitudes again on Spirit Shots with Dan, and we probably will, I cannot use this anymore because I've already used it with you. And after a little while, you're going to run out of the easy things to think about. And that's when you must start looking. This is when the magic starts kicking in. When you start looking, because you know, oh my God, I'm going to have 3 things tonight, right? Unconsciously, you're going to start, am I grateful for this? Am I grateful for that? Can I be grateful for that? Can I be grateful for that? Can I be grateful for that? Yeah? Or your partner might have a really good idea and you'll get competitive. And then you're like, ooh, I gotta come correct. And the more you do that, night after night after night after night, the more you're training your mind to look for things you're grateful for. And then you will naturally, unconsciously, without having to think about it, become even more grateful for everything, all the time. How crazy is that? So you're training, and remember what gratitude does for you, right? To have that on all the time, that really is like a superpower. It's so good. And all you need to do is share gratitude with a friend, which helps them and it makes you both feel amazing. How wonderful. So you get to support someone else. You get to do a little bit of service. You get to infuse yourself with gratitude and good feelings. It might even feel like play that returns your IQ, returns your creativity, returns your confidence, returns your energy, returns your self-awareness, returns you back to heart, and helps you create beautiful things so that you can thrive during this time, not just survive, right? So what a beautiful, beautiful thing. I would encourage you, my challenge to you is to find a partner and start doing Gratitude Tetris tonight, right? Immediate application gives you the best results. Now, let's see. You know what I'd like? Questions. What would you like help with? We got 15, we're gonna call it 14 minutes left before Instagram kicks me off. That means I'm gonna have to end this. But I'd like to know how to help you guys because this is where you get to vote for a process. What would you like help with? What's bugging you? What questions do you have? What is your biggest challenge right now? What would you like most? All things are on the table. If I can help you in the next 14 minutes with it, I will. And what I'll do is I'll see, what are the most common things that people are talking about, And then I will teach you guys or run a process with you live. Okay, it depends on how much time we've got here. And by the way, I've already taught you like 4 or 5 processes today. I really hope that you do revisit this and pick one thing, one strategy, one process, whether spiritual or scientific. And by the way, all of these have had both science and spirituality built right into them. Like gratitude. It's a spiritual process too. It helps with your manifestations because the more grateful you are for the things in your life, the more things you have to be grateful for. And it's also neuroscientific because of all the fMRI studies that I quoted, right? A lot of these things are right in line. I do not see a difference between science and spirituality. Spirituality is just science we don't fully understand yet to me. So, let me know. And I'm just going to keep on going and keep on teaching until I see, comments or people voting for things or asking for stuff. And also, by the way, if you're watching this in replayville and you would like me to cover something, you'd like me to answer something or provide a process or a strategy for something, please just leave it in the comments and I will bring it up on the next one because we only have an hour together. It is a happy hour. All right, so let's see. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to teach you something because it seems like y'all are either a little hypnotized or hammered. So, or just shy. That's okay. I'm going to teach you guys an advanced process here. And it's more like a strategy because remember how I was saying that confidence is one of the things that we need most now. Because whether you are looking for confidence within yourself so that you have the confidence to take risks, to take action on your ideas, to pivot your business, to try something new so that you can thrive through this time, or whether you just recognize that every single one of you is now a mindset coach. In the world of coronavirus, you are a mindset coach. If you want clients, you will be a mindset coach. I will say this again. If you want clients, you will be a mindset coach. Not saying you have to change your business. What I am saying is that you need to help your clients feel confident, safe, and certain. And the best way to do that is for you to feel confident, safe, and certain more than you ever have been in your life. You got to be like Superman, where just you being next to people makes them feel more confident, safe, and certain. Where just by shaking your hand virtually, right? Then confidence, safety, and certainty. I did say the C word a bunch of times actually. Here's a question. I have a health condition called multiple sclerosis. How do I be grateful? Yes. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful question. Thank you so much for that. Because what if, God forbid, you have something? What if you lost a lot of money? What if something bad is in your world, you're struggling with something? How do you be grateful? What a wonderful, wonderful question. Here are a number of things that you can be grateful for. 1, let me take a step back. If you're trying to do gratitude Tetris and nothing comes, if you think, what I am I grateful for and nothing comes, it does not mean you're not grateful. All it means is that it's not coming to you right now. Have you ever forgotten someone's name that you knew? It's okay. It'll come back, right? The thing is, if you do not find something that you are immediately grateful for, ask yourself, what could I be grateful for? Because appreciation is a muscle and you can grow it. And a lot of people out there are finding a crisis of gratitude because they were grateful for things when it was easy and given to them, which means it was like, they felt strong when someone else was carrying the weight. And now that they have to carry the weight themselves, they realize that they had never actually worked that muscle. They had an atrophied appreciation muscle. So what you can do is ask yourself, what could I be grateful for? And then literally find anything. And then just practice. Why could I be grateful for that? Why could I be grateful that I have that? Remember, going down the rabbit hole of why. Ever increasing your emotional connection to what you're talking about. So, for example, let's say if you have MS, and MS is a very serious condition. If you guys are unaware of what MS is, it is very serious, okay? And it may be very hard. I know this. Like, I've also had, in the fall, I had something very serious happen to me. I had my adrenal exhaustion. That was the worst I'd ever felt in my entire life. And I was in it for 7 months. So I also have right? But it is something, right, that we must be aware of, that sometimes we're under hard times and it's stressful and it just fucking sucks. So what we do is look for the things that we could be grateful for, and we grow that muscle. Not only that, but we look for the smaller things, right? Gratitude becomes even more powerful when you become grateful, or when you can become grateful for the smaller things in your life. So when we have something big that hurts, we must look for something small that we appreciate. Is it a cup of coffee? Can you be grateful for a cup of coffee or a cup of tea? Can you be grateful that it's sunny outside? Can you be grateful that you still have a roof over your head? Can you be grateful that you have a shirt that you like to wear? Can you be grateful that you have a piece of art in your apartment that you like? Can you be grateful that you made yourself a meal that you enjoy? Can you be grateful that you shaved yourself in a way that you enjoy, or that someone complimented your hair? Thank you, Janine. Still love you. Love you a lot. Can you see what I'm going at here? Is that we must learn how to flex our gratitude muscles on the tiny things. Imagine practicing that. What could I be grateful for? What could I be grateful for about the small things? When I teach this to my clients, I use a coffee cup or a pencil or a paper clip or any small thing. And we look and we read, and it might take a little bit to learn how to do this. How could I be grateful for this paper clip? How can I get an emotional connection to something that I'm grateful for in this paper clip? And I'm just gonna go off. I'm grateful how could I be grateful for this paper clip? Because I'm not yet, right? Why could I be grateful for this paper clip? I'm grateful for this paper clip because it's holding together some of my documents that I'm using to create a beautiful program for my clients. Why could I be grateful that I have something that's keeping all of my notes together for this program that I'm creating for my clients? Because I care about this program and I love keeping it together and organized, because this thing is going to be really powerful. And it helps me focus, and it helps me really focus on creating instead of, finding shit or getting lost. Why could I be grateful that I have something that helps me focus on creating? Because I'm a creator, because I am a creative soul, and it feeds my soul to create something that helps people. Why? How could I be grateful? Now I actually am grateful, but how could I be grateful that I have something that allows me to feed my soul and live my purpose? Because that's what every day is for me. That's what gives me the greatest joy. That's what turns me on, and that's what saved my life, literally. If it wasn't for other people doing that, I would probably have committed suicide a long time ago. And it's very true. I used to be suicidally depressed for 31 years of my life. And oh fuck, I'm gonna start crying. And so having the ability to give back and to create things that really help people, sorry, this is not great television, I know. It's the most meaningful thing. Giving back to people and the opportunity to help and serve, especially when they need it the most. That gives me everything. That has literally brought me back from sickness many times before, and is the best thing. It's the reason I'm alive. Fuck me. Whew. You know what? Let's just take a drink while I try to recover from that. Yeah. Let's do that. Well, that's how you do gratitude. And you can see now, whenever I look at that paper clip, it's not just a paper clip anymore. It's a tool for me to live my purpose and my passion. And you see, this is how we grow gratitude even during the hardest times. right? Even on the smallest things. And the more we do that, the better we get. And the more that energy we have in us, the more we thrive, right? Cheers to you for putting up with that little emotional show, and for still sticking with me. I am deeply, profoundly grateful for you being here with me. Why? Because you helped me live my purpose. You helped me live my passion. You're the reason that I do this. So thank you, deeply thank you for letting me do that. So, holy shit, what a tour de force. I did promise this would be like a session with me with some liquor. So I really hope you enjoyed this. Guys, I want to know how I can make this even better for you, right? So in our last, minute or two here, as I do the closing, what I'd like to do is please leave me a comment with, if you enjoyed it, let me know. If you enjoyed one thing specifically, please let me know what that is. And if you have something that you'd like to see, if a fun idea, a different shirt, different hairstyle, different topic, different guest, oh my God, if you have a guest you'd like to see on here, please, 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 please comment them and hook me up with them, introduce them, because more shots, Jess, thank you. Thank you, Jess, for trying to get me blacked out on a school night. But yeah, if you have someone who you think would be really fun as a guest on here, I would love to connect with them and have them on. If you want to be a guest on here, then let me know, and I would love to speak with you and see whether you would be a great fit. And so, guys, listen, watch this again. Guys on Instagram, I cannot put this up on Instagram, on IGTV, because it's longer than 15 minutes, but I will post this on Facebook, on my personal page, Dan EC for Empowerment Coach, Dan EC Mendelo. There's also an event in there to remind you, and that's where I also put in all the themes, and I put in all the videos and everything, so you can catch the replays there as well. And stay connected, gang, with each other and with me, because this is our time not to shrink, not to hide, not to just wait, right? Remember, everything you do builds momentum. If you're waiting now, you're going to keep waiting for things to happen. It says if you're waiting for things to get better, it means you're waiting for the universe to give you permission to live your truth, to be powerful, to be a creator, and you do not need anybody's permission. You do not need anybody's permission to be a powerful, creative force in your life. If you are waiting, knock it off, right? So use this opportunity. Use this to grow. Use this to expand. Use this time. Use this calling to be more than you ever have been before. And help me change this world. Help me grow and show others how they can grow. Remember, hope is contagious, not Hope Culker. Hope is contagious. Courage is contagious. Confidence is contagious. Joy is contagious. Laughter is contagious. Serving people is contagious. Great news is contagious. Good vibes is contagious. Fun is contagious. Let's spread a positive virus. Let's have a better virus. Let's beat this fucking thing. And let's do it together with fun and joy and love. So, thank you for joining me. Please invite anybody you think who might get any sort of benefit out of these. Please invite them to join us next time. Every Thursday, 5 p.m. PST, right? And please, please, please let me know how I can serve you even better. Right? Also, if any one of you wants or needs an SOS call, I will not use it as marketing. I will not try to sell you. I will not do any of that. I will just use it to focus on you. Please contact me. Okay? You can hit me up through my DMs in either one of these. Just let me know. We'll schedule you. Okay? I'm here for you. And I love you. And I believe in you. And I'm so grateful you got to share this time with me. So until next week, guys, remember, just have as much fun, have as much love, have as much sex if you can as possible. Fill your day with light. Be the light for others. And from now, take care, guys.